first impression was like the passion was very apparent, just the passion as far as like working at our company, working at a growing company, working at a company where they saw opportunities for advancement and improvement. And that passion has certainly like radiated across the business as our teams have grown across LATAM and we've gotten in more folks from LatamCent and otherwise. So that has been wonderful. And then certainly just like dedication to work, wanting to be very well integrated into our teams, and they integrated very well into our teams. So that's been great. Those two things that they were like the immediate standouts. Work culture and dynamics are definitely a little bit unique. We are very, very fast paced, very fast moving. So I think that it takes anybody to get used to, regardless of where you're from. Took me a lot of time to get used to. Once we made that explicit to candidates of like, hey, you should be killing this. This is normal. This is how we operate. It is a little bit of organized chaos. I think the working relationship got a lot smoother because it was like, oh, okay, this is just how they operate. The team, I felt like once we did that, it gave them more comfort and like speaking up, asking questions about like, what is this thing? What is going on? We are all asking those questions because we move so quickly. Once we kind of did that, teams integrated really, really well into our overall dynamic. We just had to like explicitly make sure and like let them know that was like, that is normal for how we operate. Team works incredibly hard and definitely wants to win. The biggest thing and where we really spent time there is on making sure they also understood vision of company, where company was going, and felt like a normal part of our team and how we were going to accomplish that. That is very important for anybody to be passionate and have strong work ethics. Professionalism and communication, both of those things, very high standards for what the team has brought to us. The energy from the team is like just wonderful. I wish many of our US-based, employees and others showed the same level of like enthusiasm that we're getting from our members in LATAM. Anytime you enter into like a new market and hire from a new workforce, there's general hesitations. We have had the good fortune of having a lot of people at YipitData prior to hiring in Latin America from Latin America. Finn, our CEO and co-founder, is from Brazil. We just have a lot of experience with the Latin American culture from our existing employee base. So there wasn't like a huge hesitation. It was more just the hesitation and reservation of like, okay, you're entering a new market, you're going to run into different things. Obviously, the result has been wonderful. I mean, I'll say one of the biggest challenges you run into in hiring globally is time zone. You don't have that really with LATAM. You maybe have a couple hours differences here and there, but that's not a challenge. And so for us, that was certainly huge. And for companies that work very collaboratively, like that is a huge advantage. The big thing that was also advantage is we are a remote first organization. I could see there being more challenges if you're hiring teams that are working remotely in LATAM and they're primarily working with people that are in office in US or elsewhere. We did not have that. So those would be kind of like the two things, which are more quite honestly like logistical and operational concerns that stand out that I would encourage business leaders to think through before they hire in LATAM or really any other jurisdiction. Outside of that, I don't have reservations or concerns or would encourage them to be hesitant in any regard as it relates to hiring in Latin America specifically. We certainly have had success on the more junior BDR type roles. One of the great things about that is just from like a culture communication perspective, very similar to the US. That's been a pretty streamlined role. Other place where we've had a lot of experience and really great use cases is certainly on the product and the engineering side. We've hired a lot in those two areas and we've had big success in those roles. The one thing that I say is an advantage to hiring in LATAM versus the US in those roles is a lot of our LATAM hires for those roles had actually had stronger communication skills than some of the candidates we've got in the US, and they've also been more passionate. We've had really great success there and look forward to continue building up that. Overall, like dedicated, wants to understand our business, wants to understand how y'all combine talent to help us fit into our business and grow our strategy. Super responsive, warm, very clear on communication and style, and very adaptable to working with us to pivot to our growing business needs and demands, which do end up changing